Today's workout is a 5-minute postpartum core stability workout, beginner level. This workout will take you through all the foundational moves to increase your core stability and improve core function, definition, and strength. All you'll need is a mat. Let's get started. Hey mamas, welcome to today's workout. We've got a 5-minute beginner core stability workout. So if you're looking to improve your core function and stability postpartum and improve core strength, this workout's for you. We're gonna work 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and at your own pace. So come on over to your back. We're gonna begin with a modified dead bug. So bring your feet, knees over your hips, and hands over the shoulders. Now we're gonna modify this at first. So we're gonna bend the front leg and take the opposite arm overhead over the shoulder and switch. So keeping the knee bent, keeping the arm extended, the arm goes right over the shoulder and then toe taps the floor. And as you're doing that, I want you to keep your core braced. So your belly button is pulled toward your spine and your lower back is pressing down toward the floor, and you're feeling the core is tight and engaged through the transverse abdominis. So every time you move, you feel that tension in the core. It's kind of like you have a corset on and your ribs are closed down, keeping everything controlled. Using that breath as you exhale on the hard part and inhale as you release. Now we're gonna keep going with our deep core work, but coming over onto the hands and knees. Hands under shoulders and knees under hips. We're going to a bird dog. So the same thing here. Exhale as you lift opposite arm and leg. So it's kind of this similar movement to the dead bug we just did, except we're in now a quadruped position on the hands and knees. So your arm is gonna lift up to shoulder height and your leg is gonna lift to hip level. Lead with your thumb up and your toe can be flexed or pointed, but you want the heel upwards so you're not opening the hips. You wanna keep everything square to the floor. The goal is to move the arm and leg simultaneously while staying balanced. And you'll find that that's a theme of all these exercises because it's core stability. We're gonna do things that challenge our balance and stability in order to strengthen the body here. Nice and slow. Again, using that breath, exhale, bracing the core as you lift up. Inhale as you lower down. Good work, and we're gonna rest for that 10 seconds. We're gonna move on now to a bear plank lift. So we're gonna stay in that same position, quadruped, hands and knees, tuck the toes this time. We're gonna brace the core, exhale, and lift just for a second off the floor. Just a second, and then put the knees back down. So your hands stay under the shoulders, you push into the floor, lift the knees. You can see I'm only lifting up about an inch or two off the ground. And you can release the core at the bottom, just let it hang, or you can keep it tight the whole time, but I still want you to keep breathing. So I breathe in, exhale, brace. Breathe in, exhale, brace. And if you want more instruction on breath work, I have a deep core breathing workout that I highly recommend for learning how to incorporate the breath work. But generally, you want to exhale, short exhales through pursed lips on the difficult part of the exercise, which in this case would be that little lift. So on all the parts of the exercise that are challenging, we want to exhale to brace and then we inhale to release that core. Now we're going to do a modified bear crawl. So we come back to that position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to walk one foot in and back, opposite foot in and back. So the hands are not moving. We're not really crawling here. We're just practicing by moving the feet, shifting the weight forward and back. So shoulders are gonna come forward a bit. And I want your hips to stay balanced like a tabletop and your knees low to the ground. Now, this one's more challenging. You're gonna feel more pressure on your shoulders and your wrists. If you need to, put the knees down and just practice the crawling kind of motion if that's too much for you today. But if you can, brace that core and keep it tight as you're moving forward and back. Keep that belly button to the spine, ribs closed. And we're gonna keep moving if you can for 10 more seconds. If you need to, put the knees down. This one is tough, and we're gonna keep building on this movement. Crawling patterns are so important for core stability. Okay, now we're moving on to our back. So your arms are gonna get a break. Your heart rate's gonna come down if it's up a little bit. Feet close to your butt. We're gonna do a glute bridge and we're gonna walk it out. So lift your hips high. We're gonna walk out front foot, back foot, walk in, front foot, back foot. So walk in and out. Doesn't matter which foot you lead with. Keeping those hips up. Now, I like to put my hands on my hip bones here to see, are my hips rocking a lot as I'm walking out? The goal is to try to keep the hips at the same height as you move those feet out and in. Keeping the glutes engaged, heels pressed into the floor. Go nice and slow here. You can press your hands into the floor once you feel like you're stable here. We only have about 10 seconds left here. Really great for core stability, and glutes are such an important part of the core. If we want strong abs on the front of the body, we've got to have strong glutes and a strong lower back on the back body. And we're done. Carefully, mindfully roll over, and we're done with that beginner workout. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Let me know what you think in the comments, which moves challenged you or which moves surprisingly weren't as hard maybe as you thought they were going to be. We've got an intermediate and advanced version of this series as well. So I'll see you back here for the next one.